MormonCouples.com, where I help Mormons in a mixed faith marriage build a fantastic relationship. So, do you find yourself having the same painful conversations over and over again in your marriage? Maybe it's about tithing, maybe it's about church history, maybe it's about cultural norms versus doctrine. And are you kind of ready for your spouse, right? Just to really get on board with you and where you are. So this was me about 1,000 times in my mixed faith marriage. I was sick of having these painful conversations. I was afraid that if we didn't have them, I'd be just sticking my head in the sand. Problems would fester. I just thought, why can't my spouse validate me, understand me, get me, support me? The same types of questions. And I realized what I was really asking was, why can't my spouse just change and become more like me? Think like me, feel like me, believe like me. And when I put it that way, I wondered, is this really what I want? It doesn't seem like such a good idea when I put it that way, but when I think of having conversations where we totally agree, that sounded like a good idea. So what's best? Where does the relationship really need to thrive? Do we both need to be the same? Do we both need to be different? In what ratio? 2 disagreements for every agreement, or 2 agreements for every disagreement? Like, what did it work? And do church disagreements weigh heavier than vacation disagreements? Don't we need to be on the same page at least some of the time, especially on important issues like religion? Now listen to me. Those are all, as important as they sound, those are all the red herrings. The real issue is wanting your spouse to change, wanting them to be someone different than who they actually are today, thinking that we'll be able to love them more if they changed, that they'd be able to validate us more and support us more, that if they changed, things would be better. So let's go back to the painful conversations. Now, the only reason they're painful is because we think our spouse is wrong and they need to change. That's why they're painful. If we have no problem with who they are right now, those conversations are no longer uncomfortable. Now think about it. If you believe in Joseph Smith, that would mean the same as you have a pant size of 32. Like, it just is a fact about who you are. If you want to pay 10% of your income, it's just like you work at General Motors instead of Ford. It's just a decision you've made for your life. It is just part of how you live your life, right? When we sort of take it to that level. And choices and beliefs around religion, they're just another part of who our spouse is. Just like wearing a certain pant size or working for a certain corporation, it's just part of who they are. So I see this with my clients, I see this with me, that we want our spouse to change because we think that's what's in the way of us having a great marriage. And I want to say it's the exact opposite. It's you wanting your spouse to change that's in the way of you having a great marriage. So what if your spouse was already great? Now, I know you can find evidence if you just slow down and look for it, where you can really find evidence to find really how great your spouse is. Stop focusing on where you want them to change and start focusing on where they're already amazing, right? So stop focusing on where you want them to change about their religious beliefs, anything like that, and start focusing on where they're already amazing. Because I know they already are, because you married them, right? You married them for really good reasons. Now, this is your work, and I promise you it will change your marriage. It really will, but you must do the work. Now, if you want to go even deeper, if you need somebody to help you through this work, let's talk. And by the way, you do want to go deeper because it is so fun to have a great marriage. Reach out to me and let's set up a call. Let's set up a time where we can get on a call, and it's free, no obligation. I am just here to offer you support. Let's get on a call and where I go through an exercise where we find out more about your mixed faith marriage. I walk you through a process and we kind of look at it a little bit closer and we see if coaching is what you need to really make your marriage amazing. If you reach out to me, you can message me here, or you can just go straight to mormoncouples.com and click Work with Brooke, and you'll be able to find me there as well. All right, wishing you and your mixed faith marriage the very best.